KYCs don't happen digitally only, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The original KYC, the OG KYC as you would call it, is what you would have done at L'Oreal, right?
Yeah.
Going to the point of sale, go meet your customers, walking into a salon.
Yeah.
You made a poster and you put it up in the salon. Nobody's looking at it.
Yeah.
Or if somebody is looking at it, are they extracting what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So sitting in AC offices, beautiful desks, all of that, you make a beautiful little poster, get on top of the designer and like, this is not working, that is not working. That's your opinion. But when you push it on the ground, it's also important to know whether that's working for the people that you've made it. And that sort of the ground visits make it a lot more clear. Knowing your customer is the key. Every individual is going to be a great marketer only if they know their customer well.
Yeah.
If you don't know your customer is not you.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people make this mistake, that I wouldn't do it this way. No, dude, you're not my customer. Maybe, there are other people, there's like 500,000 people who are also consuming your product, right? They have a different perspective. I have colored my hair red because of a certain reason, right? Maybe to impress women, I don't know. And the other person must have colored his hair red, maybe to hide his white hair. So there are different reasons, different consumer insights that you learn in that process. I'll give you a small example. Very early in my career, I remember. So I've lived in Delhi for most of my life, and South Delhi. So like South Delhi and West Delhi were very different. I was sent to a very remote village in the vicinity of Meerut to push Godrej #1 soaps. And it was a little canter activity, and my boss told me, "Boss, you need to go out." I was like, "No, it's hot. Why would I want to go out? I got a job in such a big company. I want to sit back and I'll call them up and I'll figure out what's happening." He's like, "No, I've been very lucky enough to have bosses also that way." So he's like, "No, you need to go out. You go out." So I went with the canter, and it was very amusing. It's a soap, and with every touch point that we were going in that village, we were learning something new. By the end of the thing, we realized that men are not going to buy that soap. It's the women who's going to buy it. Right? That was my learning. So if it's the women, then let's go to the Anganwadi. So it was a process learning there on ground. And we realized that, okay, if it's Anganwadi, now what do the women need? Then our whole strategy started. We started building a strategy around those women in the Anganwadi. Like how would we push that soap to them? Do we put a gold coin? Do we give a packet of sugar along with it? So yeah, that's the on-ground learning. Practical knowledge is super important.
Yeah. Irrespective of how nice a cushy office may feel, you need to be on the ground as a marketeer, right? You need to meet your customers. You need to see the point of sale. You need to see what happens there, because the insight that you gain from there is the insight that is really going to help you. Is that a good way for me to summarize this?
Absolutely.